Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to multiply radical expressions. I have 4 problems for us with varying levels of difficulty, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's go to number 1 first. I have the square root of 8x to the 5th times the square root of 3x. So when you're doing these problems, the first thing you need to check is that their index is the same. The index is the little number that sits right here. As you see, there is no number here, which means there's an invisible square. So these are both square roots. So that means we can multiply whatever numbers are inside the radical. So I can multiply these. 8 times 3 is 24. And x to the 5th times x to the, there's an invisible 1 there, first, is x to the 6th. When you multiply exponents, when you multiply variables with exponents, you add their exponents. That's how I got x to the 6th. And now you're going to go ahead and simplify this. I have made a video previously of how to simplify radicals, so you can go check that out if you'd like to. This is how I simplify radicals. The first thing I do is I factor the number all the way down to its prime factorization. So that means I factor it down until the numbers cannot be divided by any numbers anymore. I'll show you what that means. So 2 numbers that I think of that multiply to be 24 are 2 and 12. You might think of something else, and that's totally okay. You'll get the same answer as me. 2 is factored all the way. 2 numbers that multiply to be 12 are 2 and 6. That's factored all the way. 2 numbers that multiply to be 6 are 2 and 3. And those numbers are factored all the way. So I'm going to write this under my radical. The prime factorization is 2 times this 2. 2 times this 2 times this 2. And then we have 6 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's not necessary to write out every time. I just think it's helpful. So now, since this is a square root, I need 2 of the same number to take one out of the square root. So for example, I have 2 2's, so that means I can take out a 2. I have how many pairs? 1, 2, 3. So total, I can take out 2x cubed. So throw one out of there. And inside the radical, I'm left with 2 times 3, which is 6. And there's my final answer. So on number 2, there's 2 numbers outside. So first step, check your indexes. They're both squared, so I can go ahead and start multiplying. We'll multiply the outside numbers first. 4 times 5 is 20. And then I have 2 times 6, which is 12. I have 1x here and 1x here. So I have a total of 2 x's. And then I have 2 y's right here. And now let's go ahead and see if we can simplify this further. So I think of 2 times 6 is 12. 2 is factored all the way. And 2 times 3 is 6. Those are factored all the way. So let's bring this all down. The prime factorization of 12 is 2 times 2 times 3. I also have 2 x's and 2 y's. So this is literally that, just expanded out. It is a square root, so I need pairs to take out one of the numbers. I have 2 2's, so I'm going to take out a 2. I have 2 x's, so I can take out 1 x. And I have 2 y's, so I can take out 1 y. So out here I have my 20 times what I'm taking out, which is 2xy. And then under my little radical, all that's left is this 3. And then just simplify what's out here. 20 times 2 is 40. So 40xy times the square root of 3 is my final answer. All right, let's look at number 3 right here. Same thing as above. The only thing different is instead of square roots, we have cube roots. But they're the same index, so we can multiply them. Start with the outside number. 3 times 2 is 6. And then let's multiply what's under these radicals. So 5 times 50 is what? 250. I have 3 y's here and 4 y's here. 3 plus 4 is 12, or is, I'm sorry, 7. That was exactly what I was about to tell you not to do, is don't multiply exponents. When you multiply big numbers, you add the exponents. And now let's simplify this down. So I think of 25 and 10. And 5 and 5. 5 and 5 can't be factored anymore. 5 and 2. And then I have 7 y's. So that's going to be fun to write out. So expanded out, I have 6 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 2 and 7 y's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll put little dots between them. That's pretty tedious, but it's fine. Okay, and I forgot my little cube here. Don't forget that. So now, instead of I need 2 to take out 1, I need 3 of the same number to take out 1. So I have 3 5s. So you go based on whatever your index is. So I can take out 1 5. Here's a triplet of y's. And here's a triplet of y's. So outside I have 6 times what I'm taking out. 5. And this becomes y squared. Y squared times the cube root of what's left over. 2. And now simplify what's outside. 6 times 5 is 30. So I have 30y squared times the cube root of 2y. Oof. All right. Last one. I actually think that was maybe the hardest one. We'll see. Okay, so check your index. There's nothing there, so they're both squared. Hopefully you guys can't hear my dog snoring in the background right now. He finds this very entertaining. So I have an invisible 1 times this. So let's just multiply the front numbers. 1 times 3 is 3. And then let's see, I have an invisible 1 also here. 1 times the 2 is 2, or you can just bring it down. It's the same thing. Add your exponents when you're multiplying. X to the 5th times x to the 7th. 7 plus 5 is 12. And y to the 5 plus 6 is 11. And you can expand it out if you want to, or you can just think of how many pairs, since this is square root, I need 2 of the same number to take 1 out. So I can think of how many pairs are in 12 x's. Well, 6. But if you can't think that way, you can write it out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 11 y's. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I changed colors there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oof. So let's take out pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So see how you can eventually just do that in your head? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like this, you can think, oh, there's 5 pairs of Y's and 1 left over out of 11. If you can't think that way, just, write it out, that's fine. So outside I have 3 times, oops, sorry about that, 3 times my x to the 6th, because I'm taking all these out. I can take out my y to the 5th, because I'm taking all these out. And in my radical symbol, I'm left with just this 2 and this y. And that is my final answer. I'll zoom out, so if you want a screenshot, you can. Anyway, I hope this helps. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that I can continue making videos like this. But I love making these videos, and I just really hope that I'm helping you. Have a good one.